Hello, hello, hello. Hi. It's been a while. Um, I wish to say, I'm late. Like, I usually am, to be honest. Um, but, I had everything ready at, 8. 8 p.m. I stream at 11, right? Everything was ready by 8. All I had to do was just plug in my microphone and connect my headphones and I'd be good to go because I put my headphones on the charger to make sure they were okay for this. There's a reason. I have a timer set at 11:20 because I have 10 minutes to just do any final touches. I should make that a few more minutes longer because I plug in my microphone and suddenly the audio I was using as testing starts to sound weird. And I'm like, what's going on? So I go to the mic section and it's like, well, because they're connected to your headphones now. So, you know, the mic is also through your headphones, so, which is why the desktop desktop audio is sounding weird. What? So I'm trying to desperately fix that and connect it to my actual microphone, right? But keep the sound in. And I finally did it. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Um, but there was a solid moment there of, well, am I cooked? Did I finally stream again only for it not to work because my equipment said, fuck you? Was quite a worry there. I am sad. Okay. Uh, I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy I'm going to start streaming again because tomorrow I'll also stream, and we're going to finish Cinderella Phenomenon, go through all the routes, finally, and then I can introduce the new model that's just been sitting in the background for ever now. I have all her stuff written down, and I want to show off what these creators made, especially one of the aspects of that model is just something I think the creator who made it is incredible for creating such a thing. But I was planning to use her for the bad endings. But then I had to get through all the good endings first. So, there was a solid moment there of am I cooked? I am not. We're good. We're good. Um but I am sad because the schedule has changed. Hopefully, I will be able to create videos and stream, but honestly, videos might be sporadic for a good while. And I'm praying I can keep streaming, but there might be some days where I'm not able to. Um Reason being, just a bunch of stuff has been going on. Which, shout out to Nappa and Dimwits Drank the Hardware. I believe that's your name. I hold on. I have it on my phone. I screenshotted it because I was like, oh, thank you. I gotta go find it. Yeah, Dimwits Drink the Hardware. It's hard drive. My bad. I'm sorry, man. But, Nappa and Dimwit. That feels weird calling that someone that. I don't mean it as an insult. It's just your username, man. But thank you for the kind words of hoping I streamed again and that I have a comforting presence. That kind of shocks me. I don't see myself as someone who has a comforting presence, but it's nice to know that to some people I do. And so, happy to stream for you guys again. Even though it's been quite a while since you two sent those messages. Look, things happened. So let's actually talk about the things that happened. Last time I streamed, after that, I believe I got sick and was like out for quite a while. And then I started to make plans with my mom, and I started studying for my GED, and that was taking up so much of my time, and I didn't have a proper schedule for it, so not great, I know. But then, finally getting a little more evened out. And what happens? But I broke my headphones. I kid you not. These headphones, my $30 headphones that I practically begged my mom to get me, and I promised I'd be careful with them, broke. And to be fair, it wasn't my fault. We were at my sister's graduation. It was nice. I have stories to tell about it. And my sister, not my sister, but my mom and I were going to sit down in our seats. We didn't have assigned seatings, but they showed us where to sit. And as I went to go sit down, I had my headphones on my hanging on my purse, tightly around it, because I didn't have it around my neck like I usually would, because I was wearing my winter coat because it was fucking freezing, and my winter coat has this little cape thing. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, it keeps my neck warm, so I was wearing that, and I couldn't really put my headphones over it. And as we went to sit down, it was like the chairs in the theaters where they go up and are up until you pull them down. And I pulled them down, and then my mom asked me to stand up for a second because she was trying to pull off her jacket. And I stood up, and my purse didn't come with me, and my headphones got caught between, and we just hear this loud crunch. And I was like, oh my God, do not. You're kidding. You're joking. For the love of God, no. But sure enough, my headphones were broken. And I couldn't stream without them. You might be saying, well, Sky, how are you streaming now? And how did you have the whole thing at the beginning if you couldn't stream without them? That, my dear friends, is because I broke them in December, okay? And these headphones, the $30 ones, I have another pair. That other pair, when connected to my computer, just regularly connected, the audio comes out wrong and staticky and misses beats, and so there was no way I could stream with that, right? I didn't even try it for streaming because I was just like, there's no way, But yeah, sure enough, I went home, I tried it with my computer just to check, and I was right, still didn't work. And so I'm just here like, a couple of weeks go by, it's Christmas. And my big sister, thank goodness, love her so much, got me a new set of headphones. I don't know how much this one cost, but it's like super cool. Comes with a bunch of cool features that I love, such as if I put them down and I'm playing something, and I put them around my neck, they auto pause whatever's playing. I was like, hell yeah, man. So today was the first, I've connected it to my laptop before to check that it works audio-wise. But today is the first where it's actually, connected and should hopefully be good. I mean, I'm not playing any audio today because we're on just chatting right now. I mean, I was debating whether to do just chatting or just pretend like everything's fine. I haven't been missing for months. What are you guys talking about? Just get back to Cinderella phenomenon. No, I'm not that cruel. But thank goodness, my headphones were fixed, I should have been able to stream then. Well, no. See, the internet would go out at times where I wouldn't be able to stream. Like, it was fine during the day, but, like, I think it was after, like, 12 where it would just go out. And that's not good for someone who streams late at night, right? So I had to find a way to fix that. And it was super hard because my big sister wasn't home all the time anymore. As after work, sometimes she'd just head over to her fiance's. And, like, I can't blame her. You know, they have their own house together now. So, you know, she's going to be officially moved into there after they get married. But I'm just here like, well, fuck. Come home soon. I need to talk to you. Hopefully at a time where both of us are awake enough to deal with this. It was very, very interesting. But yeah, we got it fixed. Hopefully. I haven't actually checked. But hopefully it's fixed. You know? Hopefully we're all good. The stream ends up being like 2 hours long. It just goes out. Hey, as long as it doesn't go out while I'm trauma dumping, we're good. Okay. What else was I gonna say? But yeah, so the internet was another reason why I didn't stream. And then I got sick and I was feeling off for a bit. I'm okay now. I'm good now. So I can officially stream. And now I have a schedule for everything. And Thursday and Friday are going to be the new when I release videos. And yeah, unfortunately it's not going to be the full week anymore. Or well, no, I think I'm still going to do the Monday, Tuesday videos go out. And then Thursday, Friday VODs. However, scheduling wise, this is my schedule. Sunday, stream. Monday, rest, sleep. Because there'll be 2 streams in a row, which is fine. But they're late at night, so, you know, I need that day off to sleep in and do whatever, you know, mom might need me to do, any chores. And then Tuesday and Wednesday are both GED studying. And then Thursday and Friday will also be GED studying, but hopefully I'll have time Thursday and Friday to make videos. That's the plan, is that it's like loosely GED studying. Because, like, I was like, Mom, please, I need time to do things. Please. I've abandoned them too long. So anyway, I hope the schedule works out. I hope it's all good. I am so nervous that my mom's going to be like, no, never mind. We need to be studying every day of the week. And it's like, I can't do that, Mom. My brain will literally rot away. Unfortunately, it'll be too much information. Dude, studying has been a pain. Because it's good, okay? It's good that I'm studying. It's good that I have these resources and can do these things, right? And I'm currently studying language arts because my current plan is to do each subject and their respective tests before going on and finishing it, I guess. Like, language arts and then the language arts test type of thing, right? And then math and the math tests. Like, so something like that. Because I learned that you could take each subject separately. And I was like, oh, that's helpful. I want to, do it when I remember everything about that subject. Just to give myself a fighting chance. And so I'm currently doing language arts. And I thought, easy, right? This is my shit. I'm a writer, motherfuckers. I should be able to do this. Essays suck. I look back at Past Me like, how the fuck? Because I know Past Me once wrote a 15-page essay for my language arts teacher. Me today could barely write a page. It was few paragraphs, and I was just like, what the fuck? the fuck? Ow! My brain literally hurt after. Oh, essays are the worst. To be fair, it was about a subject I had like zero interest in, one, but also knew nothing about. And like one of the things they tell you is to man, take outside influence, right, into the writing. Um I knew nothing. It was like this good, this bad. And I was like, those are words. I don't understand what those words mean, but those are words. Uh, I wrote it. We're good. I'm back to questions now. That's good. I like the questions. I can do the questions. I'm getting better at the questions. My biggest problem is I overthink. And then I get shit wrong. There's so many times where I write something down and they're like, well, no, that's overthinking it. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Or where the first choice was the one that like the correct answer was the first choice I chose, but then second guess myself, was like, nah, it's this one. The worst part is I write with a pen. So you can see like the scribbled out correct answer and my circle on the answer I thought was correct, and then my immediate X of, nope, I got that wrong. Every time I see it, I'm like, God damn it. You're probably going to get a lot of stories about my studying. Yeah. What else has been going on? I am currently off testosterone. Not by choice. Well, the place that we were getting it from, that was, doing the prescription for it, basically said you reached our age limit, which makes no fucking sense to me. And so now I don't have any. We have to find another place where I can get it. Not great. It's giving me a little bit of a crisis of like, am I okay with the changes I have, had up to now, or do I want more change? And like, because I knew I wouldn't be on it forever, right? So I expected to run out like at the age 19, because that's when my insurance goes out, okay? And I was like, we ain't paying out of pocket for testosterone. You know how expensive that shit is? But I had looked at like the months and was like, oh, by that point I should have the changes that are permanent be fully done by that point and be okay with it. But now that that's not sort of gonna happen, it's like, well, whatever do we do now? So that's been a fun ride. What else? Currently my hair is long. So, in streams, if you see me mess with it, it's currently pulled back. But, if you see me messing with it or you hear it rustling, that's why. It, sucks. I don't hate long hair. I've talked about this before. I don't hate long hair. I just hate long hair on me. Because I just look super feminine with it. And it just makes me hate it. And it's not good to be having this long hair during the winter. You would think it would be fine, right? Because, the hair would, help warmth, something like that. Not for me, bro. I keep pulling it back because I hate seeing it around my face. And that's not great because it means my ears and my cheeks are, freezing cold whenever I go outside. Or like it makes also wearing hoodies hard. So it's been great. I did find a new outfit. Or I didn't find a new outfit, like I didn't buy it. It's I already had the pieces. It's just I never put those pieces together and it looked super cute. It was like a hoodie with a cardigan over it. Looked adorable. I was like, hell yeah. This is a new winter staple outfit. Um uh Oh yeah, speaking of which, despite being off tea, I'm still getting cravings. So I have a couple of granola bars, so you know. If I start munching on those, y'all know why. Uh, trying to think of what else to say. Oh, speaking of feminine, I did my nails. For those who haven't watched all the videos on my channel, I have a shit ton of nail polish because I do like coloring my nails, you know, like it's a coloring book. I like doing my nails and putting on nail polish. And it was funny to me because I was thinking about it as I saw my nails. It actually is very euphoric to me to have my nails done. For some reason, my brain does not associate this at all with femininity. Well, it's a little bit femininity, but it's more like I see them and I'm like, God, I'm such a twink. Like, it's super funny of just, yeah. But I don't hate them. I love them, and you know, I I'm wearing like 5 layers to be honest right now. Not clothes, but like nail polish because I did a base coat of purple, but for those who don't know, cheap nail polish, perfectly fine. Okay, but you gotta be aware that some of them can be very translucent because they're cheap. So the purple I put on was very translucent. So I had to double layer it to get it a nice opaque color. Did not know there were sparkles in the purple one. I was like, I know I bought this a long time ago and I just didn't end up putting it on. Might as well put it on now. I got nowhere to go. Uh but yeah, I was shocked that it had sparkles and I was like, oh well. Okay then. I still put on a layer of different sparkles. Looks nice. Meshes very well together. Um and then 2 layers of clear to keep it protected. So yeah. They look nice. The ones on the left side are done perfectly. And then the ones on the right side, the thumb, well, the pinky and the finger next to it, I don't remember what it's called, are done perfectly. And then you have a giant, gash in the side for the middle. And then the third has a like hole in the middle of the nail polish. And the thumb is immaculate except for there's like a tiny little hole where you can see there's still purple and sparkles underneath it. It's like a layer where the clear had been messed up. And that's because I forgot. My nails weren't fully done yet, or dry yet. Sorry. They weren't fully dry yet. So I was just moving around and yeah. I screwed them up because of it. Feels great, man. But it's fine. No one's gonna see them anyway. So I'm gonna be a little bit like, It's fine that they're fucked up. I don't hate it. I'll be honest, chat. You might hear me yawn a lot because I have a good sleep schedule now. I've been going to sleep at like 12, which isn't great for streaming, So that's fun. That's great. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be okay and not fall asleep. I don't know what my model did there. I'm slowly like I have a rolly chair, so I'm moving back and forth in the rolly chair to no fidget. And I guess my model I just rolled a little too far, and they were like, "Oh, gone, despised. How dare you do such a thing?" Um, I will say I was debating on the game to pull up because like I was like, yeah, I was in the middle of Cinderella Phenomenon when I went off grid, shall we say. Um but like do I really want that to be the first game back I do? You know, do I want to like especially for something, this stream where it's going to be me talking quite a bit about, everything going on. I was like I need a game that's, chill, relaxing game. And so I have relaxing games, right? I have plenty of Zen games. I have a few that I was like, I'm not gonna play because, well, uh, I don't want to get banned. For those of you unaware, there have been quite a few bannings on Twitch, and I was a little nervous. Despite me being small, I'm like, hopefully I'll be fine. But like, if I do get banned, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. So, not gonna do anything that might, you know, how do I explain this? Like, get me banned, so no games like that. Um, but I had a little to the left, along with this DLC, and I had Sticker Business, two of my favorite cozy games. Well, one of my favorite cozy games. I like a little to the left. I'm just a dumbass, okay? And I want to play it on stream to get y'all's opinions, right? I want you guys to be there and just to be like, how do we solve this? And then proceed to tell me I'm a fucking idiot, I want help with this, to be honest. With a little to the left. And it's DLC, cupboards, and drawers. That's the word, drawers. But Sticker Business was the one I was like, oh, yes, let me go do. And for those who don't know, my setup is just my laptop, which means I have to play games cropped. Otherwise, I cannot see chat or myself. And like, I guess theoretically I could slowly start using full screen. I'm just nervous to do it because I have my phone now. And so I can see my model and chat from my phone. But that's delayed because it's going to be on your guys's like thing. Unlike I have on my like current laptop where I can see chat perfectly fine and like in real time. But I could slowly start to do full screen. But the thing is, both of them, when I tried to do windowed, it wouldn't let me make it any smaller. And I really hate that. I hate that some games don't allow you to do that. It sucks. Because it's like, ugh. I wanted to play you, goddamn you. But I do wish to play those on stream one day. Coziness of Sticker Business, just being chill. Chat could help me decide some stickers, or we could just chat. Just chat. That was not on purpose, I swear. But yeah, But yeah, anyway, I didn't end up doing that because of the no crop thing. Whatever, I'm trying to think. What else has happened? I'm trying to like. I don't remember the last time I streamed. That sounds so bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. I swear, I don't remember the last time I streamed and like how much I've said, you know? Like what's currently going on? I'm like, how much did do they know? How much, what happened without them there? It snowed. I don't think you guys were there for that. It snowed where I live. And like it was a pretty decent amount of snow. Currently, one of my friends has a voice recording of I was talking with them about something, and I looked outside the window and there was snow, and so he has my like live reaction to snow. And apparently the response to it was, that was adorable. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I did squeal, so I can't blame him on that one. But yeah, it snowed that, and then it snowed again. Fun fact, it snowed again. However, this one was just like a light, sprinkling of snow. You could still see the ground underneath. Still dangerous to drive on because snow melts into ice, and that's not good. But it was so interesting to see, and my dog did not like it. She was like, "What is this shit?" She still went potty in it, and still went outside. So, grateful for that. But when it was actively snowing, she was like, "No." I went out and like played a little bit in it, and she did not like that I did that. She was like, "Father, why?" um I'm gonna try to be more active on all my social medias. Fun fact, guys, I made a blue sky. Do I remember the password to it? No. I have it written down, so we're good. But I do not remember the password off the top of my head. Nothing's on it. It's just like the profile setup. So I need to do that. Also, there might be drawing streams coming up. I'm not good at it. But I'm slowly learning how to draw because I want to start making comics in the far future. Because, I have my world. I have these stories that I've written, and I can never finish writing them. And so somebody suggested to me, hey, draw a comic. And I said, hey, you're a fucking genius. Because comics give me the ability to, switch between serious moments and sappy moments and goofy moments more easily than having to describe a transition, With the comics, it's just like a while later, Plus, I think it'd just be fun to start, like, learning how to animate. And, yeah. The only thing I can really draw right now is eyes. It's funny because there's an entire, like, sheet of, digital sheet of paper currently saved on my computer that is just eyes. And it's like, this looks like something out of a horror movie. I swear it's just me trying to draw, and I have drawn a head-ish. I'm not good at it either. Head and ears. But, it might be fun to practice on stream and just chat, or hang out. Be a relaxing type of stream. But also helps me, practice because of how busy I'm going to be. I don't know. Can't happen right now. I'm waiting for a ship to roll in. Mom is gonna get a bunch of money soon, and so instead of saying, when I get my money, she has started to say, when the ship rolls in. And I've just adopted that as, yes, this is the only correct way to say that money is coming in, when the ship rolls in. But yeah, when it does, I will be able to get a pen. Pen's the wrong word. Stylus. I'm going to be able to get a stylus. I don't have one. Well, I have stylus, but they are definitely not for drawing. They are for sure just a, hey, you can tap things with this. You cannot draw with this shit. As I broke several of them attempting to draw. But, yeah, I'll get that, and I'll get a couple other things with it. One of the things I'm most excited about, is I am, at the current moment, learning how to crochet. I've wanted to learn for quite a while, and then Christmas rolled around, and my mom actually got me a kit for Christmas, and so I've been practicing on that, slowly getting better, and in the thing, it includes a couple of, rings, tension rings to help me out, because I cannot with holding the thing. But I'm happy. I'm excited to get better at it and to actually make things. Because at the current moment, it's just been me practicing stitches. And I'm not that good at it. I saw someone say that if you have ADHD, don't do the Granny Smith, quilt. Granny Smith square, I think is what it's called. Because you're supposed to make a bunch of them and then do it to be a quilt. And this person was like, yeah, no. You're gonna have a few, get good at it, and then not pick it up again. And I was like, that sounds about right. So I'm avoiding that as much as I can. I might do one because I think it would be helpful to have that experience of making one. And then and that can be sort of a little thing to hold something or be on top of something. Wrap it around one of my many stuffed animals. This would be their little blanket. Instead of making a full-ass quilt. Because I cannot see myself making a full-ass quilt. Yeah. Sorry, I just felt my hair. Here we go. Should be better now. I got, I'm holding her up, but y'all can't see her. I have a new stuffed animal. Her name is Stella Loon, after the children's story, which I'm not actually entirely sure if Stella Loon is what it's called even, but I just remember a child's story about a fruit bat, and so I have a bat, and I was like, oh, Stella Loon. We call her Stella, or Luna, whatever you want to go by. Anyway, she is so fucking soft. I love her so much. She makes a very comfortable cuddle buddy. She's very tiny though, so if you want to wrap your arms around her, can't really, but she's soft, so she feels nice on the head and neck area. Sorry, I accidentally hit my nails. I was a little concerned there. But yeah, happy to have her. In preparation, a few days ago, I cleaned up my desk, and it was, because I hadn't been used it was full of a bunch of things. One of those being, some stuff because my mom went on a cleaning rampage. Cleaning streak because my sister's fiance spent Christmas with us. Not technically Christmas Eve with us. and then Mom and I spent Christmas together. But because he was coming over, Mom was like, oh, we gotta clean up. Go, go, go. And so a bunch of shit ended up in my room. So I had to figure out where to put those away. There was a bunch of stuffed animals, because I had pulled a bunch out to cuddle with, because I was feeling really bad. Oh, I had a panic attack. That's why I pulled them out. Yeah. So, fun. Anyway. But yeah, so I, put those away. And, I had a bunch of makeup, sitting, not open, obviously. I'll put away in their proper things, but they were just laying around. I was like, okay, let me clean those up, and I did, and cleaned it all up, cleared away. Desk, has all the original stuff on it, and it had a bunch of markings on it. Not markings, but places where makeup sponges had been laying had left some residue. So proceed me having to use a wet wipe to clean it up. Was like, oh my gosh. I feel embarrassed because some of them do not seem to want to go off, and I'm like, no. Sorry. The reason why the model freaked out there is because I lifted it to check. Hopefully, with the second clean, it'll all be gone, because it's just the residue, and they should, it shouldn't be anything permanent. But I'm like, man, my pristine and beautiful desk is no longer pristine. Ugh. That's why I need a desktop desktop mat, to be honest. I have been fucking up my words more often, I've noticed. I don't like it. I hate it when I fuck up my words. Oh, when doing questions for the GED, dude, I was answering a bunch of questions, and one of the questions was like, put in the boxes what the letters you think, best answers the question. And I was like, okay. And it was 2 letters, and I got one perfectly right. And then the second one, I got perfectly right. Until I checked, and it was like, oh yeah, that's the answer I chose. But then I saw the letter I wrote down. The answer was B. I wrote the letter D. I genuinely knew the answer was B. This was not a case of I thought it was D and wrote that down. No, I genuinely thought it was B. I thought I wrote down B until I saw the letter, and I was like, what the fuck? Missed a little line there now, did I? I was like, God, I'm so dyslexic. What the fuck? Ugh. Made me so annoyed with myself. I gave myself the point anyway because I technically got it right, I meant that. On an actual test, it wouldn't have me writing it down. Since I'm using a giant book, on the actual test, it would be digital. Whatever, you know what I mean. And so I just drag the letter into the right box or click it, So I'd be fine on the digital one, but on the book one, I'm really kicking my ass now. I mean, just the other day, while doing the essay for the GED, I was trying to figure out the word capacity. And fun fact, it starts with C-A-P. Not C-O-M, sky, you dumb fuck. I knew there was a P, but I literally kept typing in C-O-M-P, like A-C-I-T, like trying to get autocorrect to fix it and Google to get the right word. I don't know how the hell I got the actual word, I'm impressed. It's a miracle. Honestly, I've run into that issue a lot, and I just switch it out for a different word at that point if I can't figure it out. It sucks though. It really does. I think it's funnier remembering that I've had this issue since I was a child. Um, because I remember not being able to spell the word with, and I could not figure it out. And I was like, what? How the hell do you spell the word with? It's WITH, but I couldn't, didn't know that. Or I did know that, but didn't remember that. And I was struggling so badly with it. And my stepmom was just there like, the fuck? It's a simple word. I was like, I know. It's funny that I'm like, oh yes, math. The math is the subject I suck the most at. But in reality, I suck at all of them, to be fair. I think, despite my thoughts of language arts is obviously the easiest for me, I think science actually is. To be honest, science might be language arts purely because I'm dyslexic. Maybe. I won't put the claim on myself. I know I have dyscalculia, which is the fuck up with numbers. And it does, if you look both of them up, it does say that they can go hand in hand. So I wouldn't be shocked if it was like, yeah, you also have this, but I don't know for certain. So, yeah. Although, I don't know, that might be controversial to say. I was like, does it really matter if I say that I have it or not, despite not being sure? Because it's clear that I struggle with letters sometimes. And reading. Like, literally, go look at any of the visual novels I've done and where I've fucked up words and messed up a lot. Like, would it be the worst? Or, like, would I be horrible if I just was like, yeah, I have it? Because of the evidence there. It's not like I'm taking away resources or being like, give me help for it. No, I'm just, oh, it'd be nice to have a label, instead of just, yeah, I fuck up words a lot. I just think if like somebody asked me about it, But I'll say again, that might be controversial to say, so won't address it either way. But yeah. Not much else has changed. To be honest, it's just going day by day. Having weird stories, I guess. Like, part of me is like, maybe I shouldn't say certain things because that could be a story. And the other part of me is like, but chat. I want to entertain you guys, Like, I already planned that this isn't going to be a long stream. An hour at most. Or 2 hours at most. 1 hour minimum was my plan. So, oh, I got a game because I was feeling off and I wondered if it was because I was low on dopamine. Because, ADHD, our dopamine levels are very low. So I went, searching for dopamine and I got a game. And I'd already played the game before. And I liked the game and its mechanics. And I knew that there were DLCs for it. However, I thought they were Patreon only. And I was like, I'm not paying a subscription fee. That ain't happening. Sorry. There's nothing wrong with supporting creators. There's nothing wrong with Patreon, I wish to say. It's more that I personally will forget about the subscription. And then I land myself in debt, So that's why I don't do anything that's subscription based. So I just thought it was a loss. But then I found out the game was on Steam. And I was like, it is? Go there. Sure enough, Steam has a bunch of DLCs for it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. One payment for all of these? Hell yeah. Paid for it. good to fucking go. And yeah. I'm so happy about it, dude. It was so fun to play through the DLCs, play through the stories again, play through one of the guy's stories that was locked behind the DLC. Reasoning being that the rest of his story was NSFW. So, you know, can't exactly give that one out for free, I guess. I don't blame the creator for putting it behind a paywall. That's like fair enough. It came with the full rest, and you could still play his demo, and it also came with like his side stories, so I was more than fine with it. But I played through it, and here's what sucks. It is the most NSFW route, okay? And yet, in it, there's a part where the guy talks about how he streams. And I was like, oh, what a funny coinkydink, you know? What time was I from? Sorry. Anyway, moving on. But I was like, oh, that's crazy. And, while talking to the main character, he's like, yeah, I stream, me playing games, specifically speedrunning games, and, tricks and tips how to get out of band and whatnot, And I'm like, oh, I don't do that, but I follow a bunch of creators who do. How cool. And he's faceless. And I'm like, that's fine, bud. You're good. And as the story progresses, near the end, they talk about, hey, to help you get better at talking to people, instead of being faceless, you could get a face cam. And he's like, no, that's too much. I can't do that. And they're like, okay, fair enough. And then they bring up the topic of VTubers, and I'm like, oh my god, what? It's like, oh yeah, you could be a VTuber. And I'm like, oh. And then at the end of his route, they have him and his model doing a stream. Chat. My immediate thought upon seeing that was like, holy shit, I should play this for chat, And we could all be like, oh, Spider-Man meme, Completely forgetting that this is the NSFW route. I can't do that, chat. Despite it having a very interesting story, it has boobs and dicks. Okay. And I could censor them, but with the bans going on, I was like, I don't know if I trust Twitch not to see the implications and go, oh fuck no, you out of here, Even though I'm small, I still worry. So it's just written off, chat. I also tried to check genuinely if like moments where certain parts are exposed, if the text box in the game would cover it, only to learn that the text box in the game is kind of transparent, so you can still see it. I was like, god damn it. It was so funny though, chat, because I was like, god damn it. If there was a way to cut out all the NSFW parts, I would. But the problem is I can't even play the game for you guys, period, because I quickly learned on playing the other routes that because I had the DLCs, it just immediately starts playing them, and you get full sprite access, shall we say. So, like, at the beginning of one of the other guys' routes, he's drunk and you take him home. Not to bed, chat. Not to bed. I do not condone any of that. Consent is very important. Um, but you take him to his house, and you're about to leave him. Like, okay, I did my job. Goodbye. Uh, and he stumbles and he falls. So you run back like, oh damn it, I gotta take care of him a little, a little longer. And because he's so drunk, you send him to go take a shower because he smells really bad. Um, and so he does, and he comes out with no clothes. And in the game, without the DLCs, you just get his sprite with his torso and then you know boxers on. Okay, so you don't see anything, but it's your character says he's naked, so we pretend, right? When you have the DLCs, that block does not exist anymore. You get the full package, and it's like, oh, I saw that, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna be like that for all routes, isn't it? When there's like that scene of implied NSFW, it's just gonna fucking show you, isn't it? And it's like, yes, it did. I don't hate it, okay? I mean, it doesn't do shit for me. It's just that exists. For me, I wanted more of the DLC's story, which sounds so fucking stupid, I know, but I really like how this game tells stories, okay? I think it does well, and its plot twists are done well, and it's just an interesting game. And, so it sucks I can't play it for you guys at all, because I bought all the DLCs. Even the side stories, while some of them are NSFW, not all of them are, I wish to point out. Some of them was the point of view of the love interest, which, like, I was so ecstatic about, because learning what one of them thought during a, like, very important, like, part in his story was incredible. I was so happy. I was like, oh. But again, sucks I can't play it for you guys. I screwed myself over there. I guess technically I could. I just wouldn't be able to play the route that I really want to show you guys at all. But I technically could by getting it on a itch.io. But, that's a lot of work. Yeah. I'm fine just not playing it at all. It's my special little game. I laughed too hard. I started choking. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're good. Anyway. Yeah. There's so many games I want to play and like stream that I found. I'm like, oh, that'd be so fun to do. Um I have Stardew Valley. Um and I do want to play it on stream one day. And recently I have like a shit ton of Stardew Valley mods, which is the reason why I haven't played it yet. Is one, I don't know how well it'll do while I'm streaming, because my laptop cannot handle things really well. Like, it glitches on me just playing it without any of the setup, without any of the streaming setup. So a little worried how it'd run with it all. But I did find some mods that add Stardew Valley, chat to Stardew, so you can see it, and also gives chat some commands, And I was like, oh, that's fun as hell, I'd love to have that one day, play Stardew and you guys can join. Sticker Business also has some chat features with it. Apparently, you guys can order some stickers. You know, not actually. Well, maybe actually. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's on a donation thing or just you guys can type out, "Hey, I want this sticker here," and it just appears in the game as this person ordered this, and I can pack it or what. But I just thought it was cool that it does have some streaming features with it. A couple games I don't have but want is Little Gator, I believe is what it's called. Something like that. Anyway, it was an adorable game I watched someone play, and I was like, I want to play that for myself. That looks adorable and so fucking sweet. And then there's just like a shit ton of other games like that where I'm just like, if I had better, equipment, I would play it in a heartbeat for chat. But I can't right now. Yay. I have Among Us too. I need to figure out how to get chat to play Among Us, cause I was like, oh yeah, I can stream Among Us, but also like for any chat members that join, since we're small, y'all either have to not look at my screen or something. Have to keep this, like, my first thought is, oh, I can just keep the screen black until, after the role reveal. But like, even then, if I get killed by the imposter or I kill and you guys look over, it's like, oh, I'd just be bullied every time. I wouldn't be able to properly play unless like people were looking away, So I'm like unsure how we do that. But maybe just as a Discord event where you guys wouldn't see my screen and it'd just be us in a voice slash text chat would be better. At least that was my thought process, Well, it's been 1 hour. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I'm getting tired. This is what happens when you get a good sleep schedule. You can no longer stream. That's not true. I'm sure there are plenty of streamers out there who have good sleep schedules. And then you just have me. Okay. Who streams specifically at night. I mean, should I start that? Streaming during the day? Because, like, beforehand, the reason why I wouldn't stream during the day is because, family, right? And I was out in the living room doing streams. Okay, so like family could walk by at any time. And they did, despite it being late at night. Sorry, my lips got chapped, so I had to put on some chapstick. But now everything's in my room, so I could theoretically be fine, but I still worry that mom might be like, "Hey, what you doing?" But I have a sign on my door that says streaming, so I might be able to. I'll have to check it out. But there's also the fact that, like, when I'm doing this, I'm able to be hyper and what you guys call me, hyper? Anyway, point being, I talk, right? Versus during the day, I'm actually like kind of quiet. I'm still energetic sometimes, but not as much as I am at night. And I worry about that, Like, would a day stream actually be good for you guys? Like, I get timing wise it might be better, but also would I be able to still be entertaining and not just a sad bleh. And like, despite me being off testosterone, it's only been like a week at most since I've been off it, so obviously the effects are still in play. So I'm still like super hungry often. So there's also that of like I'd be going to get food often. I had like 3 bowls of cereal today, to be honest. Maybe not that many, but it was like 2 at least. Because I've just been so hungry. And I guess theoretically that can be just solved by eat on stream. It's just awkward for me, you know? When IRL streamers do it, it's like you can see their food, so it's fine. But like, I'm a feedtuber, so you know, you guys can't see the food I get. You don't know what I'm eating. And I just don't know how I feel about those noises being online. Not that anything bad will happen to it, just more that going over the VODs might embarrass me. If I were to like want to clip a moment or something and be like, and here you can hear me eating, I hit it, you know. No. Maybe I could do it and just be a little away from the mic. Because I've eaten fruit snacks before on stream. But those are like simple and easy and I could still chat, you know. So I don't know. Lots of things to think about and try out, I think, would be a good idea. Sorry to anyone. I need to put this down. I am annoying by the clicking sound. I don't know if you guys can even hear the clicking sound. There was a clicking sound. I had my chapstick. It's not actually chapstick. It's Aroma Kiss Lip Balm. Whatever that means. Anyway, this has like healing. I don't know. It's really good for chapped lips, and I used it so much. Oh my gosh, I have only a little bit left. Like, no joke. I showed it to my mom, and she's like, "I guess we're gonna have to get more soon." And I was like, "Yeah," and it was only like $1, maybe $2 at most. It was really cheap. I'm so happy about it. So yeah, you know, I gotta go get more of that. But sorry, the clicking was annoying, and as I dropped my fidget toy, hold on. Here we go. I will say, one of the things I got for Christmas that I was originally like meh about is I got a new stand for my mother, because she got one for herself and then she got one for me, and I was just like, man, I don't know if I really need a stand. I got a perfectly good one right here. You guys can't see it, but it's, you know, pale pink with a bunch of peaches on it. And it's been my phone stand for streaming, right? Because I don't really need a stand for my phone outside of streaming. I just hold my phone or put it next to me. I don't really watch anything on it, to be honest. If I want to watch something, I'm going to use my laptop or my TV. I just pointed to my TV and was like, they can't see that shit. But to be fair, it's actually working really well for stream, and I can see chat better since my old one is a little small for my phone. It fit, but like barely. This like fully holds it. There's no question of it falling off or anything, and I can just see chat, you know, better in it. Yeah. So, you know, should be good. I say that I see chat. Nobody's chatting, right? And that's perfectly fine. So I just currently see, welcome to Sky and the Three Nymphs chat room. But I can see it perfectly well. It's fine. Hi. Thank you. I have a chat. I could see the emojis perfectly well. Are they emojis? Emotes. I did not just call emotes. Emojis. I'm so sorry. Twitch is gonna ban me for that alone. And be like, you can't even use the right terminology. Fuck you. Oh, the dino's so cute. Dino dance. I love that. That's so adorable. You know, something I find funny is that I've been on YouTube and Twitch for like a good while. You know, not streamer or YouTuber wise, but like just as an average viewer. Squid 3. I don't know. I just noticed something very interesting. The yeah, emoji on Twitch. It's different. Okay, so I think like the animated and the ones that have like the like Squid 3 and the Dino Dance are counted as emotes, and I think the faces are counted as emojis. That's my thought. Honestly, I don't think it actually matters, but it'd be pretty funny, you know. Don't actually do it, Twitch, please. Please, Twitch gods, be nice to me. But if they were just like, you fucked up the terminology, die. Your channel's banned. No. That is an emoji. Oh, that's my guess. Anyway, as an average viewer, I've been on Twitch for like a little bit. It's only like a few years versus YouTube, which has been most of my life, to be honest. And it's funny because I talk so much, right? So you would think average chatter, right? Wrong. I do not talk at all. The only time I actually steadily started to respond or like talk on YouTube was on my channel to comments on my videos. Like that's the most. I don't really actually respond to things on my like regular accounts because it's just I don't know. I respond to things and I'm like, oh, haha, or anything. I just don't chat. Which makes the fact I'm so talkative so funny to me. It's a very interesting scenario, I think. You would think I'd been talking often, but no. None. Even to my favorite YouTubers, I'd react to things but not, actually put a comment down. I think I've only put like a few comments in my life. I know one comment that like I did despite me not doing comments often. Was this person who was talking about God, this is gonna sound so weird out of context. The context is the movie that came out fairly recently. It Ends With Us, I believe is what it's called. And like the controversy surrounding it. I think it was like a little video, but this person in the comments had said something to the effect of domestic violence can be viewed as just fun, as if it's like fluff. I think they literally compared it to like being like fluff and not needing to be taken seriously. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, I know you did not just... What? What? It also, I wish to point out, it wasn't that they were saying that the movie shouldn't be taken seriously because it's a fictional movie. They were just saying in general, domestic violence can be taken not seriously in media, period. And it was just like, what? So I think I just left a comment that was just essentially go talk to an actual survivor and then repeat that shit. See what happens then. You know, I was just baffled by it. Like, no. No. Um because domestic abuse is a very serious topic, right? And I'm not at all making light of it. But this person was, and I got pissed about that. Uh, so I like that. I believe is the last comment I've left in quite a while. I think once before have just been simple. Hey, this is what a theory I have, or just responding to someone. I'm like, oh, hey, this. Um, yeah, but yeah, I have not left a lot. Um, which I find just interesting because I feel like a lot of people go through a period where they, chat often and then get to the point where they don't, they slowly trickle out to not responding to things. Especially given my age during that time was like teenager, you know? So I'm just surprised I didn't go through it. But I think also my social anxiety was just like, nah, man, I can't do that. I say live. Look, I don't understand how my brain works. I don't get anxiety over this, but I get anxiety over leaving a comment, I guess. It's funny. Very funny. Um, yeah. I will say, I am not like average Twitch viewer, sadly. I watch Twitch. Twitch, please. Uh, I watch Twitch, I swear. But I'm more of a VOD person, to be honest. Because I think it's just easier for me to be able to pause and come back to it later than it be live and I miss a bunch of stuff. So, and also I'm just awake at random times where it usually doesn't line up with any of the streamers I really like being live at the time. So, yeah, you know. There's that as well. Um, yeah. Mm. Words. Words exist. I should speak them. I don't have them. I really am getting very tired. Which is not great. This is my usual streaming time. uh I should be, more awake and go for 2 hours because 2 hours has always been my minimum. But like I haven't streamed in so long and like I recently fixed my sleep schedule thanks to a bunch of things. Which one of those things being that I went to go to bed, okay, and it was like 12 and uh our dog, she hurt her leg, so she's, we've been putting her in the crate at night so she doesn't harm it further by jumping or running around. Um, and my mom was like, well, let's not put her in the crate. And I was like, okay. I mean, I don't know why, but I'll follow your judgment. I didn't think too much of it. This dog, okay, I go to bed, and she took my entire bed over. And I was like, okay, child, that is my bed. Get off. I wish to go to sleep. And she said, no. She would not budge at all. And then the second night that she was not, she was allowed to wander around, I got her off my bed because I was trying to let her out, before going to bed myself. And she growled at me and was like, "No, how dare you?" I was like, "What? It's my bed." I closed my door and started putting stuff in front of it because unfortunately she knows how to open my bedroom door. So I just started putting like a giant pillow so she couldn't open it. Um, I was just like, child. I don't even understand why she likes my bed. She likes my mom's bed and my big sister's bed, and I kind of understand why. Both of their beds are very comfortable, and then you have my bed that is not comfortable. So I'm just like, child, it truly is not. And, like, I have a sheet on it, and that current sheet, the sheet before it was just pure plastic. So, you know, there's that. And I have a new one that is, softer. It's pretty good. Um, and I guess she might like the feel of it, but I don't know. It's on the ground. My bed is just two mattresses put together. That's it. And the reason why is because I had a bed frame, and then the mattresses didn't fit the bed frame, and that led into me bumping into the ends of the ends of the bed frame often. And since the bed frame was metal, it hurt like hell. And so we were like, okay, we need to get rid of these and get a different bed frame so it actually fits. And then we all forgot about it. I need to get a bed frame. That should be the top of my priorities, and it's just not, because I truly am fine with it being like this. It's just funny to me that I'm like living like a college student, just two mattresses on top of each other. It's fine. It works. Yeah. It's just weird. Um, I think I found it most weird because I have a tent full of stuffed animals and a blanket on the bottom that Casey, my pup, likes going into. So I'm surprised she took my bed. It's like the tent is right there. You like the tent. I have often woken up to her in the tent, like, "Hello, father. This is mine now." So it just surprised me. She was like, "No, my bed now." Um, no way. Uh, God damn it. Let me yawn, I guess. I don't know if I have anything else to talk about, though. I have mundane things to talk about, but I'm not sure how exciting those are, you know? Like, I got a new. Go for it. Okay, thank you. Uh, I got a new pajama set. It's a plush pajama set. It's very nice, very soft, very warm, which is great for the winter, you know? It's also, like, three times my size. And the reason for that is because when I was looking at the plush set at the store, they didn't have a small, which is the size I am because I'm a petite little boy. I'm 18, I swear to you. But so I went to look for a medium. They did not have a medium. So I went to look for a large. They did not have a large. They had extra large or extra extra large in both sets, because there's the set that I got, which is blue, and a gray set. And I was like, okay then. So I got the extra extra large, or just the one extra large shirt, set, because I like oversized shirts, right? But I was like, so there's no way in hell these pants are fitting me. And I'm correct. They don't fit me. But it does have a drawstring on the front, so I just pulled those to the tightest it could be, and then also use a hair tie to hold any loose, and it works pretty well. I just found it funny of like small, no, oh that's fine. I'll take a medium. We have no mediums. A large, we don't have any large. This is all you're getting. Uh, And to be honest, the reason why I got it, despite like any normal sane person would have just come back a different day to check, until they had their size, is because I don't know if it'd stay in stock any longer. And I'm correct, it's out of stock now. So I'm grateful I got it. And I like the shirt being as large as it is. Um, so it's good. Uh, and that's been kind of annoying. The winter, because I have one giant winter coat which I love and adore, and then nothing else. My wardrobe was not built for winter, okay? Or for it to be this cold, to be honest, because I have things to keep me warm, but not this, weather type of warm. So I've started to in my bag and pockets carry around hand warmers because it's been so cold. It's getting better. It's getting better. But with my coat, it goes past my hips. Um and it's better when it's all closed up. And so sometimes I forget I can just be wearing shorts underneath it, like pajama shorts, and no one would be any wiser because I put an outfit on where it was, t-shirt, bunch of layers, and then yeah, pretty much. It's that type of weather. It's like, um, a leggings. I find it funny because people. Oh, I love this. Good for you. I don't. Mostly because I'm so cold. I love a good medium of like fall weather where there's a nice chill in the air, but I can still go out in shorts and skirts and be perfectly fine. Um, but like winter, no. To be fair, if I had more winter-esque clothes, I think I'd be fine. You know? I think my thing is just I like fashion, and so the fact I can't show off my fashion in this weather is making me like, "Ugh, how dare." I will say, it's been interesting because most people would be like, okay, uh, why don't you wear pants in this weather? Because I do have pants. And the reasoning being, I can't layer shit under my pants with my boots because my boots will not zip up over my legs if I do. Fun things I found out. I was trying to wear leggings and like a couple of socks underneath and it just would not zip up. And I was like, oh, well, this isn't good. So I've had to like wear leggings with like thigh highs and socks, and that's been the thing that's worked. I was like, I think I need to invest in some leg warmers, to be honest. But I did find it funny that I wore a skirt under the winter jacket. Coat. Coat is the better word. Winter coat. And I was like, why did I do that? No one's gonna see it because it's too fucking cold. It's just an extra layer there that's doing literally nothing. So I found that funny. I do find it hilarious that I have no winter clothes despite having a gazillion hoodies and sweatshirts. So it's like, oh, but Sky, just wear the hoodies. I do. The hoodies are not enough to withstand the cold because the hoodies are meant for fall weather. So they're not like that good at concealing heat. They're all very thin. I only have like two that are actually, able to keep me warm. And yeah, you could say that. That's a really good pun. um, yeah, and then my sweatshirts are kind of the same. So, and then that's not even getting to the fact that maybe three of them are in my actual size, and the rest are large. So, if it's oversized, it's not really keeping me warm. There's plenty of space for cold air to get in. Um, so yeah, despite having it all, uh, I do find it funny. Yeah, yeah. I kid you not. I do have a blanket that's specifically for this type of weather. That is taken out with us often. It's I will wear it around my shoulders and keep it close, and if anyone says anything, it's like fuck you. No. It's just a fluffy blanket that is winter-esque themed. I was like, is it winter themed? It's more candy themed. I have it around my uh lap, or have it around my lap, in my lap right now. And I'm like, it's kind of Christmas themed. It's got like peppermints on it, but like they're also pink and gingerbread. So I don't know if it's just candy themed or supposed to be winter themed. It's just very fluffy, and I bought it specifically during winter time. So that's why it's my winter blanket, because it was so cold outside. It was so funny too, because the money I used to buy it was like, it was like a couple of years ago. Um, it was specifically my Christmas fund to spend on Christmas presents, and I had to use it on a blanket because it was too fucking cold. I felt so bad about it. But like both my big sister was like, it's okay, we understand. And I still bought them good presents. So everything was okay. But it was just like, I spent, maybe, it wasn't a lot of money. It was like $10 most, but it's still like, damn. Uh I think the worst part to me that made me feel guilty is it's not the first time I'd done that, of using money that was specifically supposed to go to a present for someone. But I wish to point out, in both cases, there was outside influence that said, it's okay, you can do this. And that's not even bringing up the fact I overestimate all the money I have. So, you know, I was more than fine on the fund for gifts. But it's still guilt. The first time I did it, we were on vacation. And it was actually money I'd gotten as a gift from somebody. And it was a good chunk of money, 100 and something, like $100 plus. And I was like, God damn, you know? And while on vacation, having gotten that money and not had a job, I was like, well, I'm going to save this for my big sister. And because it's so much, I'm going to get us all a thing. At the mall, we have a pottery place that lets you paint, pottery. And so I was going to spend it on that. Well, problem happened. while we were, walking up and down, shopping district area, we passed by this shop that had the cutest dress on it. And at the time, we had just walked past it, but we had like some extra. We had some extra time. And so my mom was like, "Oh, do you remember that dress we saw?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And she was like, "Okay, well, you and your big sister can go, find it. I'll sit here and rest, and then we can all regroup and head back home, or like the hotel we were staying at, right?" And I was like, "Okay, fair enough, and it'd be nice to actually look at the dress a little closer." And so we found the shop, and looking at the dress, it was so adorable. It was black with stars, silver stars and moons on it, which my motif is very much that of stars and moons on a lot of my outfits. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, this would fit me." And I just was looking at it as "Oh, that's adorable. I'd love to have it one day." You know? But then my big sister was like, "Oh, we should go see if they have it in your size so you can try it on." And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to say no to that, you know?" So we walked in. The shopkeeper greeted us and was like, "Oh my gosh, you want to look at this dress? Oh, we have it in your size. Here you go. We have a changing room in the back that you could use." And it had like 3 full-length mirrors. So I tried it on, looked at it, twirled around in it, and was like, "Well, shit. Not only did it fit me really well, it also looked fucking incredible on me." And I was like, well, shit. I can't have it. I'm not going to buy it. Nope, 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 nope. But then my big sister, who had been looking at something else, came by and saw me having this conflict with myself and being like, "I can't have it. No, 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 no." It was like, "Oh my gosh, it's adorable. You should get it for yourself." And I kid you not, I fully told her that no, because the money I have that would go to this dress was for her gift. And I was like, "I can't do that to you." And she was like, "Oh, it's fine. You can get me a different gift." And I was like, but, but, she's like, "It's okay. It looks so good on you and it fits your whole vibe perfectly." And so, using that $100, I bought the dress. And I feel guilty for it still. Because I love that dress so much. But also, I mean, I feel like it's just unnecessary guilt because I was told by the person whose gift it was going to be used for to buy it anyway. And it actually turned out the reason why they wanted me to buy it so much is because the reason why we were on vacation in the first place was many reasons, but part of it was that my birthday was coming up in a few months. And I didn't know this, but they had gotten some tickets to a Broadway show that I'd really wanted to go see. And it was going to be my birthday gift. And I didn't really have any fancy clothes that I'd brought along for it. So they did want me to get a more nicer dress to wear to it. And I did wear it, and it was awesome. The Broadway show was incredible. I still have it. I still wear it. But it's also just like, damn, I spent $100 on a dress, okay? That's the part that gets me, is it's just so much money on a dress. That's a lot of money in my eyes. But yeah, that's the story. Um, yeah. Other than that, I've been pretty good on money being used for presents staying for money. Oh no. What is the pun? I'm here for it. I feel like these are not supposed to be good, and then I'm over here dying at them, you know? I'm like, they're good though. That is funny though. That's so accurate though. I was like, no. It's a dad joke. It's good, bad joke. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I love dad jokes. uh, um, oh yeah. Uh, Dresses have reminded me. I have makeup. Partly because this, partly because the dress that I got, I had face stamps that were like a star and a moon as well. So they just went perfectly with the dress. Uh, um, but I have a lot of makeup, and here's what's funny about that. I am not a girl, right? I'm a guy. I'm a twink. Well, I'm more in between all, to be honest. I'm a girl, I'm a boy, I'm all and nothing, everything. It's complicated, but the thing I most identify with is being a guy. And so it's funny to me that between both my mom and my big sister, the one who has the most makeup is me. I'm like, how does the person who's not a girl have the most makeup? I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's just funny to me that, like, yep. Yep. I have two eyeshadow palettes. I say I have two. I technically have more. They're just hidden. I will say, makeup, the only expensive thing in my makeup is. I'm trying to compare costs in my head. I think it's my setting spray where it like keeps everything in place. Because I think that was the most expensive. But like, to be honest, they're all pretty cheap. Like, that's the most expensive at like $17 max. So, I get cheap makeup. And I am not, ashamed of it. Makeup's expensive. Cut corners where you can. But it's so funny to me that I have like that much makeup, and I also have makeup that they have never used before. Like, I get why they wouldn't use contour, the way I use contour. Um, but I have like primer, and they're like, "What the fuck is primer?" And as a result of me having so much makeup and having this knowledge and, doing my own, because to makeup to me is not a innately feminine thing. It's to me it's a performative thing. It finished off my outfits. Truly I should be a drag queen. As I say that. I like finishing off looks and making them look, nice and all together and adding elements of my makeup to my outfits and vice versa, Like if I'm wearing a purple hoodie, then wearing purple eyeshadow. Stuff like that. And because I do this, my mother has started to get into makeup again. I say again. I don't know if she was ever into makeup. She has makeup. But when I asked her about it, she was like, "Oh yeah, it was just for fancy events, that's it. Literally nothing else." But as I've gotten, new stuff and new looks, she is slowly like, makeup is fun, actually. And slowly started to join me. And I've been teaching her stuff. And it's been a roller coaster. Because there are good moments that I have taught her. Then I'm like, "Ah, yes, I did that. You see how perfect the eyeshadow is? I did that. And then there are moments where I'm like, Mother, please. Mother, why? One of those was being makeup like foundation. And her coming to me like, I put on foundation. Is it good? And I just gotta be there like, yes, Mother, it's perfect. Wonderful. Fun fact, you can't really see foundation. Because it's supposed to match your skin tone. As long as it's blended perfectly, you're not supposed to see it. Like, at all. So, you're not supposed to see the difference. And so her coming to me like, what? Can you tell the difference? It's like, no, Mother. That's kind of the point. There were moments though where I panicked a little bit because I was like, Mother. My mother has inset eyes, I believe is what it's called. Anyway, she put on mascara without my knowledge. Made me panic because I specifically didn't want her putting on mascara unless I was there because of her eyes being inset. That finding her lashes was problem number 1. Number 2, how the hell she's going to get the mascara off? Because mascara is very... I don't know if it's all mascaras or just cheap mascara. That's very hard to get off. So I was like, oh no. Luckily it turned out okay because I have some micellar water that makes it very easy to take off mascara. But my mother has her own like lotion thing that does it. And I was like, well, that's good. Never heard of this product before, but if it works, it works. Okay. I'm just glad she wasn't rubbing her eyes or anything because that can be very dangerous. What I'm really hoping for is to help her figure out what she wants to do and how far she wants to go. Because if she tells me that she wants to do eyeliner, we're screwed. I don't do eyeliner. I have several eyeliner things. However, the first time I tried to put on eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, I got it in my eye. So you can imagine the panic of seeing black ink in my eye, having to quickly get it out and just kind of put the eyeliner down and was like, never again. Not happening. And since then I have not touched my eyeliner. So if my mother was suddenly like, I want to try eyeliner, that's just not happening. I suck at putting it on myself. I struggle to put it on someone else. We're screwed. And even when I got like my big sister to help me with eyeliner, this was before the getting it in my eye. The lines were very shaky. She did well enough. And honestly, I wear so much like pigmented eyeshadow that eyeliner just disappears into it. And I'm like, this would only really work if I wear light colored eyeliner or eyeshadow, sorry. But I don't, so It was though. There was severe panic about it. Okay. I feel like if I tell someone that story, I'm gonna use that. They're just gonna be like, why? Why do you do this? It's like, but look. Don't you see how funny it is? I'm gonna get smacked one of these days. For making a joke and someone just like, no, Sky, just shut the fuck up. I also say things that can be severely taken out of context and is like, you said what? Because, like, a regular on the channel clipped a moment out of context and made a short with it. And I saw that short and I was like, I said that? I was like, oh, hell no. I did not say that, right? But I did. And then I was talking to a friend, and they were like, about the snow. For context, this was about the snow. I had went outside, and I had gotten some on my hand because it was actively snowing, and I was like, and Casey did not like the fact that I had snow on my hand, and so I was telling this friend about it, and I was like, yeah. Casey was like, what is this white stuff, father? And my friend was like, Sky, you are so lucky. I am not going to tease you to death with that. And I was like, oh, I didn't even realize how that sounded. Oh my god. Oh, that happens so often. I'm starting to understand why my chat has just been built on people teasing me, It's easy enough to do. And there have been several other moments like that. And that there are times where I just lose my fucking brain, I guess. Because Merciful, you're new, so I don't know. Are you new to the channel? Or have, because it says first time chatter, but I don't know. Okay, so yes. There was a stream quite a while back where I don't know what fucking possessed me, but I said something to the effect of, I wouldn't mind being an elf's pet. An elf, like Legolas. Why did I say this? I don't remember. But I remember what came after that, which was all of my mods proceeding to say, oh, so Sky has an elf king. And my Discord being taken over by this. Oh my god. No. Again, I have no idea where it came from. It just happened, and then my Discord was taken over. Everything was changed to a picture of Legolas. One person was like, I'm gonna make an AI chat box that is an elf. And I was like, fucking no. Please. Stop. It got to the point, there was only one mod who wasn't actively in the chat with all the rest of my mods. And I went to that mod because we were friends, and so I privately messaged them and was like, please help, they're bullying me. And he proceeded to, join the live stream and was just started in on it too. I was like, god damn it. Oh, so that exists out there. That's there. Apparently. But it was just like, are you serious? I did love they did post a meme that was the guy with pizza walking into the apartment with fire and everyone's fighting. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate for how you entered the situation. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But it's so it was funny, but also just like, oh god damn it. And that's not even the half of it, to be honest. There are very much questionable conversations that have happened with this chat, or with this channel. With me. I don't have a filter. Many of the mods have pointed out that I will just talk about everything, and that's a little concerning. As long as it doesn't dox me, it's free reign. To be fair, no, there is no to be fair. It's just the truth. I don't know. I don't think I could filter myself. I just suck at it, so things come out and they're like, no, I didn't. Okay. Well, I will say, I do remember one time I started stream and I knew specifically what I was going to talk about, despite it probably being a bad idea. Uh, I still did it because at the time, for context, I was born female, but I am a guy and I was taking testosterone. But at the time, I had just been taking hormone blockers and I didn't have my refill of them for a bit. And because of that, my period came. Horrible. I hate my period. I think most people do. Um, so glad I'm not going to get those anymore. But it happened. And so when I started stream, I was still going through cramps and had like a heat pack on my belly. And so I was like, hello, most of my chat are males, born male. Hello, fuckers. You guys get to learn about periods today. Oh, I want to hear it now. Um, but yeah, I fully started chat with like, hello, everyone. Welcome to science class. You get to learn how periods work and the excruciating pain that comes with them. I think the worst part is that conversation was not as bad as you might think it was. I was pretty toned down about it because I didn't want to freak people out too much. But it led into a conversation about sex ed as a whole. Like me and my chat. Oh, oh, oh. uh, I mean, yeah, I figured. I figured. It wasn't bad. It's okay. I don't think you should say that to someone like. Yeah, yeah. I think if you said that to somebody who is sensitive about their period, then you're dead. But like, cause I don't care that much, it's like that's okay. That's pretty funny. Um, yeah. Point being, it led to me in chat talking fully about sex ed and how much it sucks. You did. I appreciate it. Um, there've been. You're not the first person to give me a forewarning about stuff. Again, I am a little too open, according to everyone. Which I agree with. I think I should turn it down a little, but at the same time, it's my personality, man. I don't know if I could turn it down. I have a memory of a goldfish. You know, someone could tell me, "Hey, don't talk about that shit," and I talk about it anyway because I forgot. Like nothing breaking TOS, right? But just oh, well, I'm not a goldfish. I'm what's an animal that has a cow? Maybe cow works. They don't have good memory, right? I don't remember. Anyway, point being, uh, obviously I won't talk about anything that breaks any of the rules I go by, aka anyone who contributed to my model. They have their own rules, and I respect them. I respect them a lot. Which is no religion, no politics. That's it, really. And then anything from Twitch's TOS, I respect. But everything other than that, and anything that could dox me, free fucking reign. Which is funny because it ended up me talking about being trans and transitioning and how I felt about my body. And somebody in chat very like yeah, yeah. I would assume it is. Um I think more just like uh what's a restaurant near you I won't talk about, you know? I meant more like that. because I'm actually very protective of that because I don't want to get my family in trouble. And I've heard horror stories before of people who've had their address leaked or just nearby, which I'm not big enough to be that worried about it, obviously. But it's still in the back of my mind more because of how people act towards VTubers, you know? VTubers tend to get a lot more hate. And so I wouldn't put it past someone who, even though I'm small, is like, oh, you're a VTuber? Fuck you. I'm sending a SWAT team to your house. You know? So I'm like very overly cautious about it. It sucks I have to be though, you know? I wish to talk about, certain things where it's like, oh, I like this restaurant near me or stuff like that, but no. I mean, I've already received hate despite how small I am. Not on Twitch, but on YouTube. I've gotten comments about it. Like, there was one person, first ever hate comment I had received, who fully said if I wanted to watch somebody with a fake personality in a virtual avatar, I'd just go be a VTuber myself. And I kid you not, I wrote basically, do it then, pussy. Like, I did not take that shit to heart. But it was still baffling to me that they came to my channel and said that shit. I was like, I don't know you. Yeah. Basically, that's what I try to do. I try to keep away from anything that's like local. Like my favorite restaurant is Panda Express. You know, that's global. You know, that's fine. But like any nearby small businesses, I gotta be like, no, sorry guys. Even though I want to brag about it and how cool it is. I can't say it. Just because I don't know how many there are, and that can be scary. But the second hate comment I got was somebody, I think, being like, "You should get a real job." And I said, buddy, I'm not monetized. Unfortunately for you, I am doing this for fun. I make no money from this. I would love to make money for this. But I am not, so, you know. Okay. And those are really the two towards me as a whole. I've gotten others based on certain topics I've talked about on my channel. One of those being is I was talking about the fact that I have ADHD and autism. And this person fully in the comments was like, just like all the kids nowadays. And I was like, okay. And? Let's talk about my experience, bitch. Like, why are you here? I did not say that. I was actually really polite to them and just said, basically, well, a lot more people are able to get diagnosis these days. And, only very recently, women with autism weren't considered, what is it? That they just didn't exist as a whole. Because that happens a lot of, especially I believe women with ADHD, is they get diagnosed and it's not ADHD. They're like, no, you have bipolar disorder. It's like, well, is it though? Only to find out later, no, it was in fact ADHD, but, it's sad that happens. But I basically just told the person that, of like, hey, there's more access to things now, and that's a good thing. And then I never went back to that. But I just find it baffling that these people go to my channel and say these things. But because of those people is why I'm so protective. My mom's old. She doesn't need more stress. And my big sister is like phenomenal at her job. I don't want anything to ruin that for her, And I have Casey to worry about. My dog means a lot to me. Expect the worst, welcome the best. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, basically other than that, I've talked about so much stuff. Uh, and one of those being transitioning and how I felt about my body. Because there was a point to the story, would you believe it or not? Um, and one of the people in chat was very intrigued by this, because he hadn't really. It was less that he hadn't talked to other trans people before, but more that the way I thought about my body was intriguing to him, and he wanted to figure out, hey, what the fuck is this, you know? And like, fair enough, I was all for it. And so they were like, oh well, I could psychoanalyze you, but I don't know if you'd be okay with it. And I was like, I'm fine with it, buddy. If you could figure it out, all the better. I don't know what I am. Please. So if you figure it out, everything's good here. But in the questionings of that, he asked, hey, not on stream, but in private messages, if he can know something that was a little more inappropriate. And I was like, yeah, what's up? What's the thing? And he's like, okay, well, what is your boob size? And I was like, well, it's small. And I think it surprised him that I had no hesitations to say that. I still don't have any hesitations to say that. I got tiny tits, and I'm grateful for that. It means I can pretend they don't exist most of the time. I don't want them. So, but I think it's funny of like the warning, and I'm like, it's fair. Absolutely put a warning on that. Most people are not gonna be okay with a question like that. Me, however, I welcome that shit. Come to me with your weird and strangeness, and I most likely will answer. Again, as long as it's not breaking any rules, I'm here. Yeah. But yeah, so it just, I talk about all types of shit, and yeah. I do find it interesting, because I had someone in the comments was like, hey, I remember joining the stream, and this person was showing off their stuffed animals and talking about a stuffed animal, a pink stuffed animal that I had since childhood. And I was like, well, first of all, I'm a VTuber, so can't really show the. That's fair though. I feel that. I think my brain's constantly on a break, so which is why I'm able to talk about these things, I suppose. That's fair enough. My blood cell size, small. I'd hope everyone's small. Do blood cells change size? This is an excellent question. Anyway, I had a person ask about that. Oh, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. As you can tell, my brain doesn't work either. That makes a lot more sense. Yes, Sky. The individual size of blood cells. The things you can only see under microscopes. I'm fine. I'm fine. Anyway. But this girl left that comment. I was just like, oh, well, could have been me. Could have not been me. To be honest, I did talk about all my stuffed animals once. And I have a lot of my stuffed animals with me when I stream. I say a lot. I don't have that many with me. I keep one or two with me. But I have a ton. My favorites being my two IKEA sharks. Astro, and Not. Because I have a giant IKEA shark, and then I have a small IKEA shark. And together they make Astronaut. Haha. I don't know. It was cute, and so I did it. And I was like, hell yeah. And I love them so much. And I have a new buddy now. And I had no idea how I was supposed to name him. He was a gift for my birthday from my cousin, which was given to me near Thanksgiving. Because I hadn't been able to meet up with my cousin until then, so it's a little funny given my birthday is in May. um, but yeah, I was so grateful to have another IKEA shark, and it was a big one. And I was like, oh, what the fuck do I name them? So his name is Houston, because Houston, we have a problem. So we got Astro, Not, and Houston. Space themed. I don't know why I've named the sharks space themed, but that is what they are. I have a shit ton of sharks, to be honest. I got like a little shark keychain. Where's Hal 9000? Yeah, there you go. I need to get another IKEA shark to name Hal 9000. But yeah, I have a ton of sharks. I have a shark that has a squish ball in it, named Mako. I did not name them. They came pre-named with a name. They came pre-named, Another shark keychain on my desk. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's a shark species, but when looking at the species, it doesn't look like the shark fidget itself. So I'm like, I guess it's its name. Cause like it'd be one thing if it looked like the shark, and so I'd rule it off as, oh, it's the shark species, but it genuinely does not. It looks more like a great white. So I don't know why they would name the shark after a species of shark that doesn't even look like it. But I guess they did. I don't know. It was cheap. My sister got it on vacation, brought it back, and I didn't get a say in this. But yeah. I suppose it makes sense I have a ton of sharks. Because sharks are like around a long time. And they were around with the dinosaurs, right? Yeah, so sharks are around for a long time. And like one of my favorite things are dinosaurs. I adore dinosaurs. And I find it funny because my fascination and adoration for dinosaurs is not anything of the scientific variety. Yeah. I just love dinosaurs. I love the shapes. I love how they're presented in media and stuff. I love some of the names and like design wise. I'm just like, that's just a cool guy. Could I say their scientific name? No. But yeah, dinosaurs are awesome. So I have a dinosaur nightlight, which sounds weird, but to be fair, anyone who's been on this channel knows I'm very traumatized, so it makes total sense I have a nightlight. And I also have another dinosaur. He came with the leash. Yes, I have. I've watched many analog horrors and horror movies. Horror stories. What do you mean by that? Is my question. I've read horror stories. My favorite, till this day, analog horror is Mandela Catalog. That shit was so good. I don't know if there's any new ones out. But like last I watched it, it was like, there's a dino one? What's it called? Nonetheless, dino. What's it called? I have a notepad specifically for this reason. Many people have brought me things that they're like, write down, remember later. As I wait, I'm scrolling through my notepad and I'm just like, yep. Yep. because there are some weird notes. Okay, thank you. One of those notes just being mommy issues. I'm like, what? Ooh, there is? I want to know both of them. I don't remember the context to that note, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with a game I was playing. And somebody told me about one of the characters and was like, oh, they have mommy issues or something like that. Because that's my only guess. Other than that, I have no idea why that's a note. I mean, I have another note that's just pork. I do remember the context of that is because it was mid taking testosterone. I started to crave meat a lot. So some of the viewers were recommending some snacks that had a lot of protein in them. And one of those was like a pork stick. So I just wrote down pork to go look for. They later showed me a picture of what they meant. So. Ooh. Weird. Ooh. I will go look that up. Twitter has reminded me. I'll be honest, I think Twitter is a dumpster fire, but I do think good things can come out of Twitter. That there's some very genuine, talented people. So I will go look at them because I do have a Twitter account. For the channel. It's my only Twitter account. And then I've used nothing else. I used it a little bit in the beginning of the channel, but I don't use it at all now. So it's just a little bit of a, well, if you go looking for me on Twitter, you're not really gonna get anything. There is no content there. That's true. I agree with that. A good amount is. That's fair. Especially social media. Like I have Instagram, and that is purely only to talk to some of my family who's on Instagram, specifically my cousin. That's it. And then I have Snapchat, and I have nobody saved on that. And it is purely used so I can take pictures and add captions to them. That is all I use it for. No one's allowed to talk to me there. Snapchat, every time I like go to it, tends to be like, hey, add a friend. And I'm like, no, fuck off. I only use you as a camera app, to be honest. I don't know why, it's just easier to use Snapchat's caption thing than my own phone cameras. But it has made for some very hilarious photos saved to my camera roll. For example, I have a picture in my camera roll where I had gotten a hot chocolate from McDonald's quite a while back. And when I had opened the lid, because it had like a coffee lid on it, and I had opened the tiny little thing, a bunch of whipped cream shot out. And I took a picture of it because I was like, oh, well, that was strange, you know? And as I was looking at the picture, the shape of it and how it was standing up, all the caption says, it's just erect. I was like, it's hilarious, though. I was like, God, I really am a guy, aren't I? No one has seen that picture. Okay, it is purely for my eyes only. It's just so, it was funny to me. Okay. And to be fair, I was with my family, and we tend to make a lot of not often, but occasionally we'll make not safe for work jokes with each other. It's just funny, not about each other, but about other things. and make fun of one another. Because in my crocheting attempts, I crocheted something that I was trying to attempt to do a round stitch, and it went semi well. However, the end result of practicing was something that looked maybe a little phallic. And unfortunately for me, I was ignoring that fact. And when I brought it to my parents, or well, my mom and my big sister, my mom just was like, "Oh, that's great, sweetie. Have you shown your big sister yet?" While holding back her laughter. And I was like, "No." So I showed my big sister and she just started dying of laughter. And I was like, "What? What's wrong?" She's like, "I don't know. It just maybe it looks a little bit of like something else." And I was like, "Oh." So I learned it from them. It's not my fault. I destroyed it almost immediately after. It was only for practice, so it's all good. But it was like, God damn it. uh, uh, me. Oh, damn. It's been 2 hours. I'm surprised you haven't left yet. I feel like I blah, blah, blah. I scare people off. You know? I feel like they see the thumbnail. They're like, "Oh, it's just a cute little anime girl, you know. What the hell is she gonna talk about? Oh, it's a guy. That's fine." You know? They've got a cute little stuffed animal next to them. What could they possibly be talking about? And then it's this shit. They're just like, what the hell? So I would not be surprised if people have ran before because of that. There have been many occasions where I'll see the number of viewers fluctuate up and down. And I'm just like, yep, sounds about right. I don't know if it's good or good or bad that I've heard worse. Well, that I don't know either. Think you'll be fine here though if you've heard worse. You know what? I talk about like stuff like this, and I am like this, right? And yet I had a comment, you know, that said, "Hey, Sky, can you stream again? You're very comforting." Me? Comforting? You sure you mean me? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I burst someone's eardrums. Okay, by accident. Yeah. I was just surprised. It's a sweet comment, you know? But like, me though? Are you sure? Oh, I guess it kind of makes sense because during games, I'll be more toned down, just make a few jokes here and there, but will more be focused on the games. So if you're just here to watch me play visual novels, which is the main thing I play, my general sense is just vibe, flow with it. I have my own beliefs, opinions and beliefs, but as long as it doesn't negatively affect me or break like walls, just along for the ride. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's many people's like thing. Well, probably not. But I aspired to have that sort of thing of just going with the flow, which I've definitely done before, and been before for many things. I think I got very lucky with my chat. My whole career. I say career. I'm still not getting money for this. But my whole being here, being able to do this, because a lot of my mods, like, have been here from the beginning. My first ever viewer was somebody from my channel who had made an account on Twitch just to come support me on my... It wasn't my first ever stream. To the world, it is my first ever stream. To the ones who know, it was not. My first ever stream went horribly because I start the stream. I'm nervous as hell. So it's not a good intro, but I'm trying my best, right? And that's all you can ask for. So I go to play the game. The game lags so badly that it is unplayable. And then I'm like, well, shit. And I quickly, went back to a different transition scene and was just like, hey, we're going to stay here for a bit while I try to go open a different game. So I'm like panicking, trying to go get a different game. The other game isn't loading. And I'm like, well. And on top of all of this, no viewers at all. And I'm like, well, okay, this is just too much. And I don't think I even said goodbye. I just ended stream. Here's the kicker to all this. I did, for sure. The kicker to this is that I didn't know that it was optional to have your VOD saved or not. I had not clicked that option because I did not know it was a thing. So that VOD didn't exist. And I was like, that's for the best. So my first ever actual VOD that is on the channel, an actual live stream that I did, and in my heart, its title is A Second Try for My Own Sanity. And it was a complete turnaround from the first. The game not only worked, but was perfect. Because I had, the viewer I was talking about from my channel join. And had a Twitch account made to support me. And I was like, hey, bud, thank you for being here. And then I had a different longtime viewer join and was like, hey, saw you were live, thought I'd pop in. And then I had a different viewer, brand new person, never met them before, join in. And it was just a vibe. We were chilling, having fun. We were making jokes. We joked that the game was, that it was actually a cult, but that's unimportant. The point being, it was so good. I went on for so long. It was wonderful. I think it was actually like that VOD, I think, was 6 hours long. That is how wonderful it went. I have since then not had a 6 hour long VOD. Because needless to say, the day after was just me sleeping. Or at least I don't know if it was 6 hours, but I know it went at least until 6 a.m. So, and at that time I think I was streaming at 12 or 11 exactly, maybe 10. Like I had a completely different stream schedule, but it was wonderful. I was so happy. And then those people went on to later be my mods at the current moment. People I still regularly interact with. Two of them being, one of them being like really close friends. I say friends. I view him as like an older brother who, he's not here often, but when he is, he's got some incredible wisdom and he's really fun to hang out with. And the other is very caring and kind, and I adore that, and I like that they, care about me and check up on me if I've been away for too long, So, they went on to be my mods, and they teased the living hell out of me. But, yeah, it was just incredible. A wonderful stream. And it's what gave me the courage to keep coming back And I slowly, after doing many of these, I don't know how many it's been, but it's been quite a lot, I've learned to stop looking at the things that I originally would search for, such as viewers. Uh, there doesn't need to be viewers for me to just talk. uh, I could just say shit. um, and it was nice. It's nice to get a groove and be able to do it on my own, but also have people and have inside jokes and have new people come by and yeah, it's been great. Um yeah. So I have my regulars. And I adore all my regulars. And I'm a little worried given I'm changing my schedule from the normal days I do it to completely new days. Um, so, you know, I don't know how many of them are going to be able to join because of that fact. But I do hope I get to see them soon. Specifically, there's one I've been missing quite a bit because they've been in a lot of my. Yes, yes. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that because I've done streams where it's just been me the entire stream, but I do like having someone there because it is easier for me to bounce off of them. For sure. I feel like my best material has been when I've been with a at least one or two of my viewers, you know? Which is why I'm missing Deadlock. As they're a regular viewer that has joined usually later in streams. And the first time they joined, ironically enough, was. I say ironically enough. I don't know what's ironic about it, but the first time they joined was the time that wasn't my usual streaming time because it was my birthday stream. And so I had done it during the day. And I believe that was the first time they had ever joined. Uh, don't take my word on that. My memory is really bad. But I remember seeing them and talking to them during the day VOD, and then I went back to my regularly scheduled VODs, and they were still there. And they were like, hey. And I was like, hi. And there have been some occasions where they don't. Yeah. They don't usually chat that often. They will chat about like make little comments and whatnot, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I adore it even. But because of that, there has been an occasion where I didn't know they were in the chat. I was playing a game and I was getting too tired, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna end stream here, doing my regular outro. And here's Deadlock like, oh man, I was getting really invested in the game. And I was like, you're here? Like, thank you for being here. Did not know you were here. I thought I was talking to the void. Hello. uh, it was very funny. But I adore Deadlock. I hope they watch the VOD. I feel a little sad if they didn't watch the VOD and heard that, Didn't hear that. But I don't know. It's a toss up. Part of me is like, they should hear it, but the other part of me is like, I'd also be embarrassed if they heard it and were like, I heard you saying all these nice things about me. Shush, my brand. They might be. I don't know. Yeah. There is a users in chat button, right? That's supposed to tell you all the users in chat. But I've noticed that like this program I use to stream on is not accurate to actually how many people or who's in the chat. And so to me it's just broken. It's useless to me. Lurkers couldn't be me. Fair enough. yeah, couldn't be. Not at all. Shh. I would use Twitches, but like it takes so much power to run my everything that Twitch breaks on my laptop. So, which is why I have my phone, but my phone is on basically just an anonymous account, and it's just there to make sure I can see the stream and my avatar and make sure if anything goes wrong, I will have immediate response. Because there have been occasions where my internet has gone out. Merciful, you're new. I've said that twice today, but it is important that we tell the newbies. My internet's not the best, and there was a very specific moment that it's now ingrained in me to be like extra careful about it. See, I don't remember what we were doing. I don't think the game mattered. But something brought up something. And I was talking about my trauma. And I was opening up a little bit about some of the things I went through. Okay? And as I was talking about it, suddenly, for all the viewers, the stream went dark. Oh no, we've scared him off, many thought. Oh no, he felt very uncomfortable. Oh no, we pushed too hard. All these messages. And in fact, my internet decided that was the perfect time to go out. I, in fact, had finished talking about it and was like looking at the stream and didn't see anyone, was very like talking or anything. And I was like, oh no, I've scared them off talking about this shit. And I was like, oh no, everyone's left. Nope, I just had no internet. And my laptop hadn't registered I had no internet yet. And so the stream was still up to me. It wasn't until I grabbed my phone that had been charging that I realized, oh, it's out. I had to wait like 30 minutes before it came back. And I quickly messaged people, oh my god, it wasn't you guys, I swear to god. My internet decided to be a dick. I'm so sorry. You guys didn't do anything. Oh my gosh. Scared the internet off. Yeah, basically. I felt so I felt bad how many people were panicking that they had upset me. It was like, no, you guys didn't do anything wrong. I swear to you, everything's chill. But because of that moment, I, have been very aware of my internet now. As that was just a, oh no moment. And then so that happened. And then the other time, my internet was fine. As far as I'm aware. I think Twitch was glitching on me, though, because there was a live stream where it cut out, but then immediately cut back in, and I was still live. Like, it didn't fully shut down, but it cut out twice, and so I ended up with 3 different VODs, and I was like, the fuck? What is this? I was so confused. I still, to this day, don't know why it did that. I also didn't know what the hell to do with the VODs because they were all done in one live stream, according to my screen, right? So when posting them to the channel, I was like, well, how do I split it up into 3 or do I just put it all in one go? Or I ended up putting it all in one go because I felt like it was too cruel to change it and split it up. It's just like it was one live stream, and I checked through it because I was worried that I hadn't noticed it right as it happened, that maybe some content was lost a little bit,
little tiny bit was lost, but it's like immediately explained in like the next scene what happened. So it was chill. Nothing too bad of a loss. Um so yeah, I was very happy about that. Uh there have been very interesting streams as well, game wise as well. There was one game. I have not finished it, so I have to go back to it. It pissed me off. I was so close to having a breakdown on stream because despite it being a visual novel, what happened is the main character is trapped in a cave. And so we were trying to figure out the way out of the cave. And it kept giving me the options of go left, go right. And I kept clicking the options. And it would be like a map, of like left, left, or right, right gets you here. I got lost. I got very fucking lost. And I was so upset because I had been writing down which way leads where, but that didn't matter. I didn't realize that at the time, and it was just so much. I was getting so overwhelmed by it. And then random first time chatter comes into the chat and it's like, "What, did you try going right yet?" My petty ass spammed the right button while staring dead into chat's eyes like, you did not just come in here and say that shit. I realize now, first time chatter, they probably just joined the stream, hadn't heard me talking about I didn't know where to go, and we're just yeah. I was just trying to be helpful. But like, for somebody who was on the verge of melting down, it was not good. I apologize to that viewer later in the stream. They actually turned out to be super helpful, and I escaped the maze of cave. But I never want to experience that again. Which is why I haven't played it in quite a while. The last VOD of it has that, and it also has another moment of me getting a little annoyed at chat. Not because of anything. It was a little bit of this guy was pushing my buttons. It wasn't really my fault. There was a character in the game that I felt very uncomfortable around. Just because of my own experiences in life. And this chatter who had been helpful up to this point was like, "Oh, you need to go to the area where this person typically is." And I was like, "Oh, well, I don't really want to see that character at all. Is she there?" And they were like, No, she's not." And so I went, and she was there. And I was like, "Well, no." And I reloaded the save to go somewhere else. And they're like, "Oh, but you need to do that for the route." And I was like, "I don't want to be near that character. They make me extremely uncomfortable." And the character was like, "Well, I don't understand why they do that." And I was just like, I got mad at them. I didn't ban them or anything or block them. I just basically said, "No, we're not doing that," and just continued on with the game. So that I think was the only other time where I got a little more uncomfortable. I felt a little bad after because I thought maybe I was being too harsh. But the reason why I was uncomfortable with that character isn't something I can actually talk about. Because I'm pretty sure it might break Twitch's TOS if I did. So, and also the fact it's just a very uncomfortable topic for people. So I didn't want to put that on anyone who was unaware, you know? So I just chalked it or simplified it down to this character makes me uncomfortable. And yeah. Yeah. But those two are really the only times I've gotten genuinely on stream. Uh Most of the time I'm just vibing. Uh there have been high energy streams, there have been low energy streams. Most of the time, like, I think the vibe is high energy at the start, at like introductions. This is what's happened today, and or in the last little bit, something I wanted to talk about. Let's get into the game, playing the game, and it slowly trickles into a more sleepy vibe where I'm still awake and I'm just, going with the game, making small jokes here and there until I can't, uh, you know, open my eyes anymore. They're sagging too much, and I'm like, okay, gotta get off. We'll keep going the next day. It'll either be that or we get to the next like choice where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna log off. I tried to do it by chapters in the current game we were doing, which will start back up tomorrow. But the chapter, like, to get to the next chapter actually takes a really long time. I was unaware of this. It felt shorter when I first played it, which was several years ago. So, so I've more been doing choice options instead. Yeah. I mean, if weirdly enough, what game? The current game we're playing is Cinderella Phenomenon. The game I got upset in is Everlasting Summer. Um, uh, Cinderella Phenomenon. I love it so much. We are definitely going to continue. We are like in the middle of one of Rod's route, which is one of the characters, and just I guess I don't know if I should restart it from the beginning because I don't even remember the context, or just to keep going from the last save we have. I feel like going from the last save is the smarter choice because VODs exist of me going through the up to that point. And so I think I just have to watch myself to remember the context. It will either be very funny or or I'll just reset. I don't know. It kind of sucks because I started Cinderella Phenomenon and I have a plan to go through all the routes and get the good endings for them and then get the bad endings because I have this model and then I have a different model that I was going to use for the bad endings that I had made at the time or like had put together at the time. And so she's just never been used. Up until this point, she's still not been used. And I feel very bad about it. Especially because this happened during, like, Spooky Month, right? So everything was decked out for Spooky Month, including the two characters. Because I thought I'd finish the roots during that time. So the other model also has a Halloween outfit that, has not seen the light of day. So, we should finish all the good endings soon. So she can finally shine. Get her chance in the spotlight. Yeah. I also just want to see how she does in an actual live stream, the model. Because this model works wonders compared to the model I was using before for my live streams. She is not destroying my laptop. The other one was. I don't know what about her has made my laptop just be like, nah, she's chill, and the other one like, we're dying. But either way, she works build. Her name is Melody. Yeah. Is it weird? I name my models and don't have a model that's just me. I technically do have a model that's just me. It was the model I was using for live streaming, but now I'm using Melody and the other one whose name is Guinevere. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. Um, yeah. I Ironically enough, I say that way too often when it shouldn't actually be used, but we ignore that. Uh, but I streaming is easier and more fun to me than making actual videos. I will still make my videos, um, because I still like making them, but live streaming is easier for me. I don't know how to explain why. I don't know if it's just because I have other people to bounce off of and it's not just me recording or what, but I've always preferred live streaming to the making videos. I say always as if I didn't start making videos and then go to live streaming, but you know, it's funny to me because of how scared I was to start live streaming. And now it's like my favorite thing. uh I was like, oh no, I've been a video person and a YouTube person for so long. Going to Twitch is a scary and new experience, and now it's like Twitch, buddy, I'm back. Hell yeah. uh, uh, I've talked to other people, other creators about it, and it was interesting learning their point of views too. As one creator had tried live streaming in the past, and he ended up just not, doing it anymore because it gave him like really bad anxiety. Not in the sense of like any of his viewers or anything, just the act of live streaming itself was just too much anxiety. So he ended up stopping, and he prefers his videos more. And I was like, that's fair, you know. And another person who was like, well, live streaming is okay. I like making videos as well, and they're okay. My favorite part is the editing. I was like, oh, okay. You're a rare breed. I don't know if they actually are. I just know I despise editing to the point where I don't edit. Almost every single one of my videos is purely first try. Uh and I think it's pretty obvious in some of them that it was done in one take. But for others I think it's a little more Scuff included. Scuff included. Yes. Because I don't I tried editing really early on. I just could not. It took so long, and I was already doing a bunch of other things that I was like, no, 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 I can't do this. Um, because I was also doing on my videos, I was manually putting in subtitles, uh, which I'm glad I dropped that, to be honest. While I liked doing it, and I liked how that could be more inclusive, and also how I could, add little comments and details, it was so draining to do like 3 videos and do all their subtitles in one sitting. I just couldn't. And so I'm glad I got sick and I wasn't able to. I didn't at all have the ability or the mind the brain power to write subtitles. So I just, was like, hey, they're on hiatus. And then after I got better, I was like, oh, I have a little bit more free time. I don't want to be this taken away. And obviously that none of that's including the time I have to spend on making thumbnails and scheduling and making sure everything's in order, because there have been many a times where I will fully complete a video, and despite my videos being like 5 minutes to 10 minutes max, or around that range, there have been many a time where my model will glitch and I'll have to completely delete it and re-record it because it glitched. And it's like, well, so I do include a lot more scuff now. I'm less as a perfectionist as I was before, because now I'll include fuck ups in my words. The only time I won't include them is if I've accidentally said a real person's name. That is the only time where I'll actually, reset it, because I'm like, no. That I don't want to dox anyone. I know it's just like, oh, it's just their name. It's a common name, I still like, I don't want to get into the habit and accidentally start saying the names of everyone, because I do have a funny little habit of sometimes calling people by their first and last name together, when it's like, oh, first last did this thing, trying to be dramatic. And I worry that if I let myself start saying people's actual names,